Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms. Tonight, we're going to split a little bit of wood, and I'm going to speak my mind for a few minutes. I'm kind of in a bad mood, and I find the best medicine for that is to vent, say what you're thinking, so you can get it out of your head, and then go outside and do some work, some physical work. So I'm going to apply both of those techniques today. Right now, I'm going to grab some logs, and once I get a little bit of work done on the firewood, just tell a little bit of a story. So if you just want to see the firewood, shut the video off when you hear the splitter shut off. If you just want to hear the rant, skip ahead a few minutes. So if you're not interested in hearing my thoughts on life, you can go ahead and click off. I appreciate you taking time to watch me split some firewood. I really do appreciate it. But for the rest of you, I'm just going to share some thoughts. I'm not trying to teach you something or say I know it all, just telling you what's on my mind. So the comment really irritates me when someone says, rich guy, or must be nice, or you inherited your money. And also the comment about me not knowing what I'm doing, I want to address on a different level, in that we are all ignorant about a lot of things. It's the nature of what that word means, and the human experience is ignorant means that you don't know yet. And we're all born ignorant. We don't know a darn thing. And through life we learn. And if you come across someone who doesn't know something, teach them. And that doesn't require any name calling or hateful talk or anything like that. You can educate someone because it's okay to be ignorant. Now, if you are ignorant and also overly confident that you know it all, sometimes that conversation can't go anywhere. But the point I'm trying to make is we should all have a little bit of empathy for each other. But I do want to address the part about inheriting money or being a rich guy, because nothing could be further from the truth. My entire life, I've worked in factories, manufacturing jobs, repairing machinery, physically building products, getting paid based on how many units I produce, had 5 kids by the age of 25, and worked 60, 70, 80 hours a week for 18 years, and fought and struggled and never had 2 nickels to rub together. 10 years ago, I was driving a $600 minivan to take my kids to school when I got off work at 7 in the morning. And I'm not complaining. Life's hard. Life's hard for everybody. Things changed for me around the age of 37 when I came up with my own product and started my own business. I started after working 60 hours a week. I would stand out in my carport and manufacture a product, sell it on the internet. And I did that for a couple years. I grew that business. I quit my job. I grew that and got employees. And I got to the point where I have some things. I don't have a secure paycheck. You know, I'm still just getting by, really, but I got a few toys to play with. And if you hate me because I've got some equipment, that's more of a you thing. Now, doing what I do and being a dealer for Woodland Mills, I get the opportunity to talk to a lot of the type of people who buy sawmills and stump grinders, get to find out who they are and how they got to the point in life that they're at. And I've yet to have someone come to my house to buy a sawmill, and I say, well, so what do you do for a living? They say, oh, well, I won the lottery. So every time someone comes here and buys a sawmill and we talk for 2 hours, I take mental notes about what it means to be successful in life. And, you know, it's not really about how much money you have or how much stuff you have that makes you successful in life. What I think is the most important thing to me is how many people can I help? How many people can I be of service to? Maybe I can be of service to you right now as you watch this video. Maybe I can be of service to my neighbor when his tree blows down in a storm and I have the time and the equipment to show up and cut that tree up for him. That, to me, is success. One of the most interesting quotes I've heard recently was that it's selfish to just get by. Because if I just get by and I just barely make enough money to pay my own bills, I can't help anyone else. And I don't want that to come across negative because the economy's tough and it's hard to just get by. But if you have the opportunity to make a little more money, I think it's selfish not to do it. Because for me, if I make more money, that takes care of me and my wife and my kids and my grown kids and my grandkids and my neighbors and my community. And to me, being successful would mean that I could carry the burden for a lot of other people. And so that's what I strive for. And to do that, you have to make some money, and you have to learn how to do some things. I have a tendency to ramble whenever I get talking like this, so I'm going to try to cut it short, but I want to share a couple more little things to think about. One of them is that in life, the questions are complicated, but the answers are almost always simple. You can have a complicated problem in your life. The answer, the solution to that is almost always work harder. Think about any problem you have in your life. The solution is probably to do something hard. I was 100 pounds overweight. The only solution, I couldn't complain about it. I couldn't ask for a magic pill from a doctor. The only solution was to do something hard, which is having discipline about what I eat. And that's not a fun answer because it's simple. The question is complicated. How do I improve my health? But the answer is simple, and everyone already knows. But you have to do the work. So I have other areas of my life that are a mess. Still, after, I solved one problem, I've lost some weight. But I've got other problems. The solution to all of those other problems is to do the hard thing. And to tie into that, there's a guy I listen to who likes to say that the secret to happiness or fulfillment is accepting or believing that everything is your fault. And that sounds counterintuitive because some things aren't your fault. Sometimes you get a bad break in life. Somebody gets sick, you have an accident, and it's out of your control, and that's the reality. But if you can flip your mindset to how you live your life and how you approach problems to say that everything's your fault, say, I got struck by lightning, well, I shouldn't have went outside, and really just buy into that, then if everything's your fault, then you have control. If you have control, you have hope, and you can do something about it. So if you don't like your situation, you have to believe that you can do something about it. And I think it's counterintuitive, but if you spend time thinking about it, it really makes sense. So what's my point? I don't know. I don't know if I even have one. I'm just some idiot sitting on a log splitter. But earlier today, someone made me mad. I got it off my chest, and I did some physical work. I feel a lot better. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.